Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Nerd Herders. My name is Nick,
I'm Rich.
and today we're talking video game news.
We are.
And we're doing video game news over some brews.
We are.
What are we drinking?
We are drinking.
How have we never said that before?
I don't know. We should start that.
It's a new thing.
News over brews.
News and brews.
We're drinking the Sculpin India Pale Ale from Ballast Point Brewing Company. We are pretty sure that the Sculpin is the name of the fish on this bottle, but we are not sure. Because I don't know anything about marine life. I don't think you have any background in it either, unless I'm wrong.
I've never seen this fish. If
It looks
I had
angry.
seen this fish, I definitely would never go in the water.
Yeah.
It has we'll check our Instagram. We'll take a picture of it. It's got the fins look like the moth from the Silence of the Lambs cover. And that looks like Jodie Foster's face. This is the Silence of the Lambs.
It's a very
beer.
angry Jodie Foster with a mohawk.
This is her at Cannes this past week promoting Money Monster and saying Hollywood hates women. Shut up, Jodie Foster.
She really said that?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. Screw you.
I mean, it's partially.
It's good
true,
though.
but-
Oh, and
Yeah,
in
this is a
case
good beer.
in case we release this as an audio, I wanted to do this. I can't gargle beer, but you can hear that now that I drink it.
He pretended that he tried to gargle it, but
I
failed
tried to,
miserably.
but then it was too much.
Since we've talked about our brew, let's get into the news.
Video games.
The news over brews. Not a lot here. I mean, we've got some big stuff, but there's not a lot of it.
Okay.
First one, real quick. Today, Gran Turismo Sport officially got its release date for PS4, November 15th here in the U.S. I think in Japan and
Is that
somewhere in Europe.
Is that considered like the 6th game or whatever?
It's the 7th, I believe. I think it's technically Gran Turismo 7, but they're calling it Gran Turismo Sport.
Sport?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know.
Is
I just got the date. I figured there's some people who would be interested.
Is
in
it
that.
like Rocket League, but with Gran Turismo cars?
I mean, it's like sport,
there's
like
sports?
sport mode. Like you have your car in like sport mode, maybe.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. It's a thing.
I'm not excited for this. I don't play those games.
I don't either, but I know there's. I mean, it was one of the best-selling games of last gen.
Yeah.
So
People love.
people
Gran
love it.
Turismo.
So I figured we should at least mention that it got a release date.
Okay.
And that could mean a big fall game for Sony. One of the things I was listening to today, they were talking about if Horizon Zero Dawn is in fact getting pushed till 2017, this could be their big fall game. Which,
That's upsetting.
for us, yes, it's exciting for us, but there's a lot of people out there who would be excited for this game.
Yeah.
So Gran Turismo Sport, November 15th is the release date as of now.
Last time we'll ever talk about it.
Probably. Next up, we have some Hideo Kojima news. He's been talking and posting some stuff.
It's a new flavor of juice.
Yeah. But no, so Hideo Kojima, if you didn't know, left Konami this year, I don't know. Last year.
Yeah,
I don't know time.
Metal Gear came out in November.
Yeah, it was December.
Before that.
No, it came out in September.
Whatever. Who cares?
A lot of people cared about that. Couple of things. One thing that just dropped today is that he is not going to be developing his own engine for the game. He's going to be using a third-party engine, which was why he was doing that big world tour a couple months back, where he's like, you saw him on Twitter, and he's like out with Mark Cerny, like just hanging out here and here, out for drinks and blah 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 blah. Mark Cerny's like, just got my Twitter and hanging out with Kojima.
Is it going to be a Gran Turismo engine?
I doubt it.
Sport?
I don't think so. But
Unreal?
yeah, I don't know. He didn't say. I don't think it said what engine it was using, but it was going to be using a third-party engine instead of developing his own for this first game.
The one that ran Oregon Trail?
Yes, that one. Other Kojima news is he had said a little while ago, hinting more of what his next game was going to be. Again, he broke off and started his own studio, Kojima Productions, and is partnered with Sony for the first game. And he basically said something along the lines of, they're the only ones who I didn't have to make a pitch for, and they gave me stuff. Like, they agreed to work with me. And everybody else wanted a presentation and a pitch. And now I didn't have to do anything for them, and they were okay with that. But he said that part of the secret was hidden in his logo and revealed the full body of what his logo was going to be. It was a character called Ludens. And you see him in an extravehicular activity suit, an EVA suit. I think they're supposed to be making a figure of this, possibly. There's no confirmation that he is actually going to be in the new game, but it is hinting at something, I guess, of what's upcoming in the new game.
Cool.
Looks real cool. It's like a skeleton.
I haven't
and a
seen
big
the
old...
whole thing. I only saw the original with the head.
Oh, it looks cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a 3D model of the head, and there's still a skull inside, and then like a full body suit. If I had my phone, I'd pull it up. My phone's over there though.
Interesting.
Looks cool. His name's Ludens. Might be showing up somewhere.
Ludens.
Hanging out.
Sounds like a Swedish guy who sells you popcorn on the side of the road. Those people exist.
I mean, it might be a game about going around to popcorn vendors and.
How do you spell that?
Ludens. That's what I have written here. At least that's what it looks like I have written here.
Ludens Kojima. Go ahead. You can keep talking now.
I mean, that's the rest of my Kojima news. We're moving on to another company here in a second.
What's this clown look like? Oh, this guy?
Yeah, it looks kind of cool. Yeah. Looks kind of cool.
Sure. Yeah. So, I don't... Yep. It sort of looks like MTV Movie Award.
Really?
Right? Don't they have the astronaut holding the flag?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the movie award, is it?
Music video award?
I don't know. I don't watch those MTV awards.
I
remember the old MTV logo with the astronaut.
Okay.
But
what else is happening?
So Kojima's making an MTV movie, video game, based on the awards. So you can
the MTV Music Award.
So you can see, you can play out Best Kiss and Best Bromance. I don't know what other categories show up in there.
There is. MTV Music Award.
Okay, maybe a little bit.
Presented by Hideo Kojima.
So
for 1 year only.
A lot of big news here for Nintendo. Nintendo's been making the rounds again, talking about stuff they want to do as a company, all kinds of things.
I had Nintendo movie news if you watched our movie thing and I missed it.
That's okay. Well. I'm going to talk a little bit about movies here.
Okay.
That was the one I wasn't sure if you were going to put on or if I was going to put on.
I did. I just didn't read it.
Kind of blurs the line between games and movies. So Nintendo talked a little bit more about, kind of reiterating that the NX, their new console, will neither be a successor to the Wii U or the 3DS, but it will be a new way to play. Thoughts?
I don't know what that means.
I know. It's scary. I don't like that. Is that going to mean... Is that their way of saying, yes, because we haven't had a full console that you can take on the go and be in home with you? Or... here's this wacky new controller and wacky new device and way to play and...
It makes me think that it's something like that. Because, yes, we have not had officially a console that you could actually take on the go and play in home. But we've had consoles that you could take on the go. So it's not really a new way to play. So people like us, that'd be like, yes, that is revolutionary.
Yeah.
But to people who are just like, what is it? Oh, so it's like you can play your Game Boy on your television. That's all they'll think about it. People are not going to be wowed by this. People who don't realize things.
Yeah.
People, like, the people who were like, oh my God, what's Wii Bowling? Like the older people are not going to be amazed by this. They're going to think that that's what we were doing with our Game Boys since 1988.
This would be, if they do that.
I understand what it would be.
So you're saying that you think it is that, or you think it's going to be like something crazy?
I'm saying if they're saying it's a new way to play, I think it's something crazy. And I think that if that's what it is, I think it won't succeed, and I think we're going to be playing Nintendo on our PlayStations.
I hope not.
Within 5 years.
Well, we might not be doing that because they have some new ways of generating revenue.
To play?
Some new ways that they're looking at in generating revenue. So they're looking at doing medical devices, something in the medical industry, which makes you think of when they were doing their quality of life stuff a while back. Do you remember that?
Mario?
Yeah, they're gonna send Dr. Mario out to your home, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, it's me, it's Dr. Mario."
He's gonna take off his hat and go, "Sorry, ma'am, you have cancer."
You have the cancer. Here's a mushroom. Maybe it'll give you an extra life. Maybe it don't.
Yeah, for women who can't have children, they're gonna have Yoshi give you new eggs.
Yeah. My dinosaur Yoshi, he give you egg. Here, you have a kid. It may look like Yoshi, but...
For depressed, single, middle-aged men, they're going to have Kirby blow 'em. All right,
I mean,
I didn't hear about this medicine thing. This is
this was in the same article. They're talking about wanting it in the management of like restaurants and dining halls and cafes. You didn't see any of this stuff?
Medicine? No, what are you talking about?
You didn't see it. They're like expanding. Look it up. It's on the thing.
We're doing a show right now. I'm not gonna read articles.
They're talking about expanding and diversifying like their business strategy and putting their IP out. Same thing with movies, where they're looking to get into movies, which I'm guessing is the other thing you didn't talk about.
Yeah, that and Tetris, the film.
Oh trilogy. Yeah, Tetris the movie.
The trilogy.
The trilogy Tetris. So where do you want to start on this?
I don't know.
Nintendo, what are you doing? This is all very, very cryptic, kind of. They're just sort of saying things that they want to maybe get into these industries.
I feel like 3 years ago, Nintendo started drinking. And then they became drunk, and that's where we're at right now, and it's a real bad place. And they got so drunk that they're now blackout drunk.
And they're just, it's like, okay, Nintendo, like, figure your shit out.
Because never in my life, until now, I'm not excited about Nintendo right now. That's how I feel.
I'm still holding out for an X. I'm still excited about E3.
I want to see what it... what are you excited about at E3? They're not going to show anything.
But they're going to show Zelda. I mean, we've been waiting for like 2 years to see more Zelda.
Oh my god, if this new Zelda is like, if you play it with a pool noodle or something, I'm going to...
You got to buy the peripheral Epona.
You have to go to the doctor's office and use their medical equipment.
It's like a rocking horse, but it plugs into your NX.
Is that what Is that what they're saying?
And you're also getting aerobic exercise from it as you use your legs to rock it. Therefore, it's part of their medical initiative and whatever. I don't know.
You have to go to restaurants that they own to play.
But you say but how cool would that be to like have Nintendo licensed like restaurants and?
I don't know if it would be cool.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool because it goes along with them like doing their theme park stuff and licensing their stuff for theme parks.
They're going to be at Universal, right? Yeah. Sometime in the next 5 years. I'd rather that there wasn't a Nintendo restaurant next to Checkers and Hardee's and that there was just a Nintendo themed restaurant at Universal when you go and you experience the rides.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it may end up being something as rare as like the Nintendo World Store. Like you have like 2 of those in the...
Yeah, there'll be one in Tokyo and one in...
Yeah.
Okay. This is very weird. Like, what are they doing?
I don't know. I'm just reporting it.
This is why they sold the Mariners?
Yeah. They got their revenue so they could go into the dining business and
franchise
bring back their quality of life initiative.
What about the movies? What do you think of that?
I think it could be cool.
So they want to get into animated movies.
Yeah. Which
is, I think, the only way that any of their franchise, besides maybe Metroid, you could do live action.
Yeah.
But besides that, Link 2. I don't know what I'm saying. Most of their characters would only work, I think, actually well in animated. Mm. But I think Ratchet and Clank and the absolute disinterest in that movie that everyone in the world seemed to have because it made less than
Ratchet and Clank's
anything.
A little bit different. I mean,
it's not as big as Mario, but I'm just saying, we'll see how Angry Birds does too.
Yeah.
But I would hate, okay, honestly though, what is a Mario movie?
I have no idea. It's a 90s movie with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo.
I feel like if you do it too serious, then it won't be funny enough for kids. But if it's like Mario dancing to whatever today's Who Let the Dogs Out, then
they could do a really cool Metroid movie or a cool Zelda movie. But if you team up with somebody
like a Metroid animated movie would make no money. Animated action movies don't make money.
If you team up with the right studio, I think it could. If you went to Pixar,
they're not doing that.
But you don't know.
No, I do know because they're opening a Universal Park. It's not going to be Disney.
Who's Universal's animation studio? Do they have one? Do they team up?
Yeah, they are owned by Comcast, who owns now DreamWorks and the people who made the Minions films.
Oh yeah,
Illumination.
So we'll have Minions in Hyrule. Minions go to Mushroom Kingdom. You can have the Minions causing hijinks.
I'm not excited.
Hanging out with Yoshi.
Are you excited about the Tetris trilogy?
I am no excited.
What does that mean?
A Tetris movie could work if it was self-aware enough to realize how ridiculous of an idea it was. Like, if you give it to somebody like Edgar Wright, or somebody who could play up to the fact that, like, I don't know, if they're going with the aliens route, like, Battleship or Pixel or something like that, and it was like, oh, look, we're being invaded by these block aliens, and I don't know. I don't know what
trilogy.
You could do. That's stupid. Who, other than the fact that somebody pitch this, because of course somebody's going to pitch it, but who sat there and went, make it? You know what? No. It's going to be 3 movies. It's going to be a trilogy. It's going to be a whole cinematic universe.
Connected with what?
I don't know. Pong.
Pieces. There'll be Square movies, and there'll be the 4
The DVD boxes can come in different shapes, and then you can put them together.
That T-shaped formation.
Yeah.
That'll have its own series of films, and then they'll all come together for Tetris.
I don't know what you do.
Isn't Tetris already in Pixels?
I didn't see Pixels.
I think there's a part where there's Tetris happening.
I feel like it is.
I don't remember. Kevin James was the president. It was a real messy movie.
Maybe this time,
what other video game news?
That's it.
Oh.
That's all I've got, unless I'm forgetting something.
No, it was a slow week. It was a slow week for video game news because I think it's kind of going to be that way for a little bit, maybe, because
we're geared up for
now the news is we might report leaks
and rumors,
but at this point they're holding back the news to announce at E3.
Yeah, we've got a couple weeks, months, maybe 4 weeks.
Less than that.
It's like the middle of June.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
So you can expect our E3 predictions coming up soon, probably.
Stuff will happen.
Might do a whole big thing on that, maybe. We'll see.
That's 3 predictions. I yawned. Yeah, we might do that.
I'll make a prediction right now that Zelda's going to be at the Nintendo conference.
I'll tell you what. You're going to tweet an E3 prediction, and how are people going to read it?
They can find me on Twitter at Rich Belson.
I'm going to retweet Legion of Collectors to see if I can win a free Funko box, and you can find that at Stonks.
You can find the channel on Twitter at OABeer_official, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/overbeer. You can also email us at overbeerofficial@gmail.com. Instagram, over_a_beer. And of course, we're on YouTube at youtube.com/overbeer. If you like these videos, please click the little like button, share them with friends, and subscribe to the channel. That's going to wrap things up for today, though. So until next time, drink up.